Well, hey, how's it going? I hope well and all. Overall, well. Not all can be well all at once, all the time, but doing our best, aren't we? Usually. Anyhow, ah, hello. So, the integrity cleanse is a thing of the past. I must tell you, 2 days in a row, I think it was day 4 and day 5, or day 5 and day 6, I filmed and I was editing and I was having fun with the editing software and I really worked on them, and then they didn't save properly and I can't access them. It's super annoying and weird. I see them, but technology, I'm working on it. But so that happened 2 days in a row, and look, my kids were sick and et cetera, and things were happening, and I found myself feeling like I really needed to force myself to film and post, and God, I realized I was out of integrity. I was literally out of integrity in how I was pushing, I didn't have to keep posting. And in life, sometimes we agree to do things, or we say we're going to do things, and then later on down the road, we realized, that just doesn't work for me anymore, for whatever reason that may be. There is so much of life that we have to do and we have to get certain things done, right? But there is so much more flexibility, I think, than we really realize. And I stopped posting about the integrity cleanse. It's over. Sorry. At least my posting about it is in such a format. I have been digging deep into integrity in the last few days, actually. Well, since the beginning of the integrity cleanse, I have still been having the awareness within me. And it's been really challenging, to be honest, for a few different reasons. But what I really have been realizing more and more is that when we are living in integrity, when we are speaking our truth, especially when we haven't been that in the past, or especially when we're in a dynamic with someone who just has a very challenging personality, narcissistic type personality types, right? There's a spectrum there. But it can be so challenging and confronting to others when we are speaking in our truth, especially if that truth is not in agreement with what works for the other person and what the other person would want us to think and say and do. So anyhow, goodness, there's a dynamic. It's called the karpman triangle. It's like a drama triangle, it's also called. I don't know why I did that. Drama triangle. And, so there's a persecutor, a victim, and a rescuer in this dynamic. And, through my experience and through my research, it seems that the persecutor, and it never sees itself as a persecutor. It sees itself as the victim. And so that's why it's so important. I'm going off on a totally different tangent right now. I don't really know why I'm doing this, but here we are, Karpman triangle. And so when we're in these sort of situations and we're speaking our truth, and when the other person is feeling really confronted with our truth and could be verbally attacking us, really, and and pushing back and trying to disprove your truth, it can be so natural for us to want to fight that injustice or just fight the injustice, right? Fight back. It's so natural for us to want to fight back. It's because that part of our mind is activated. The fight, flight, or freeze response in our mind is activated. And so that's a very natural reaction. But oh my goodness, wow, when we are able to be attacked and feel that and still be able to pause and react with compassion, there is something so powerful. It is epic. It's fucking epic. I mean, you think about this on a scale of like Martin Luther King and the civil rights movement, or like Gandhi and literally independence from Great Britain. You know, the ability to react to injustice and hatred with peace is so powerful, and it is so hard. It is so hard and maddening. God. But it's possible. And yeah, you know, goodness, it feels good to live in our truth. It's this feeling of freedom. It is freedom. It's not stagnation. Ugh, it's not, there's not that feeling of something stuck in your chest and your throat. It's ease, even if what that may bring is not always so easy, and even if people might resist our truth. To be at peace with ourselves and what we feel is a gift to ourselves and honestly to those around us, especially to our children. And yeah, be in your truth. It's the best. Oh my God. I don't know who I am sometimes. Just being silly here. But for real, like, you deserve to live your truth. You deserve to speak your truth. It is possible for you to speak your truth and to live a life that feels true to you, and you deserve that shit. Yeah. Have a beautiful day. Love you.